extra
on. Don't we
light.
get talking, Lisa, while I get the extra light on.
Hello everyone, hope you're all having a good Sunday. Is anybody actually ready for Christmas? That's the question I've got today. I'm not. I've still got quite a few things to buy, loads of presents to wrap, cards to write. We're not very organised, are we, Shane, for Christmas?
We're not even organised.
We're not even organised for live. Here comes the light. Yeah, so just wondered if anybody else was actually organised and prepared this year, because we're not. We'll see some light on the situation in a minute. Shane's fighting with a plug.
I know.
Ooh,
Oh,
there we go. Light up the situation.
look at that.
And even more light.
Extra light on. Has anyone
Extra.
joined yet? We'll turn this
One.
chat on lot.
Could be a kid
On
there.
to live chat. I think we want. We've no idea whether the microphone's working
City Flyer.
or anything.
Hello.
Hi City Flyer, great to see you. Hope you've had a good week. I'm going to try and get it on here as well. Keep talking, Lisa.
Well, I don't know what else I've got to talk about now.
Well, I don't know. You need to talk about something.
What else can we talk about? What's everybody been doing today? Leave a comment in the comments and let us know what you've done today. Have you done anything exciting? Have you done anything festive? Have you been to any Christmas market?
Festive.
Yeah, well, it's December, isn't it?
Bev,
hi
son.
Bev.
Hi Bev, great to see you. Hope you've had a good week.
Have you done anything festive this weekend for Christmas? We haven't, have we?
No. In fact, the weekend has
Gone.
absolutely gone.
In a blink of an eye.
As quick as anything. We nearly didn't have time to make a cup of tea.
We didn't have the lights ready or anything,
We
did
didn't
we?
have the lights ready, no. Yeah, should we we'll get the title out of the way. Banned from Facebook.
I'm not. It's just,
They're on to me.
I was at Leeds Grand Theatre last Sunday. Ah, Major.
There
Very
you go.
nice. Was it good? Hope you enjoyed it.
Facebook are on to me. They must have found out.
I'm safe.
I think, when was it? The start of the week. I went to log into
Hello, Shane
Facebook.
and Lisa. I've been shredding lots of old paperwork.
Yeah, get it.
Brilliant now. Yeah, get it shredded.
But be careful, because sometimes you shred it and then you think, oh,
I need that.
I needed that later on if there's any litigation or anything like that, or credit card companies claiming that you owe them money when you don't.
I used to love shredding, but I used to spend hours
You
in
did?
shredding
Yeah,
paper.
yeah, you did. You had those
Shredding scissors.
scissor things, didn't you? That it was
When I
it was like
broke all the shredders.
six pairs of scissors. I nearly
one.
said scissors then. 6 pairs of scissors all in one. Do you remember that thing that you got?
Yeah.
And I think you said about buying it, and I said it would be a load of rubbish, and then you were
Good
using
evening,
it all the
Michael.
time.
Good evening, Nicholas.
Michael,
Had a
Nicholas,
flat
City
tire.
Flyer.
Oh, no.
I see Nicole.
Hello. City
It's-
Flyer had a flat tyre.
It's that's not good.
That's a
Yeah, that is not.
nightmare.
Did you have to change it yourself,
No,
or
he said.
did he? As he said. Oh,
That's what
mobile
mobile
tyre
tyre
service.
service.
Yeah, I bet they charged. Yeah, I bet they charged.
Never good, is it?
I see Nicole, great to see you. I
Yeah,
think it's
hello.
been 3 weeks since we've seen you. I did drop you an email. I hope everything's okay. I hope you've been on holiday for 3 weeks. To the Arctic Circle, Santa's Helper and all that lot.
Lapland.
Whatever it is, I hope you're well. Facebook. Yeah, Facebook.
Oh, I'm not being too well. Hope you're feeling better
I
now.
hope you're feeling better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Concentrate on your health.
Yeah.
Don't worry about anything else. Focus
Get
on
better.
that and get well. Yeah, definitely, without any shadow of a doubt. Yeah, Facebook are on to me.
No. No spare tyres in cars. We've got a spare tyre. Me and Alex was driving one night. Our spare tyre in our little Peugeot, obviously because cars were older cars didn't they?
They don't have them now, do they? They
No,
don't have
it's
them.
rubbish. We were driving and we got over a train line, didn't we? Next thing, there's this on the road and it's like, oh, I bet that's the exhaust. No, spare tyre bouncing down the road. And it was like the holder for the spare tyre that's grating along the road. And it was like, what on earth? Wasn't it? So Alex had to run down the road and retrieve the tyre. And then there's me and Alex trying to fit this spare tyre back under the car.
Not many people realise these old Peugeot 106s have got an emergency jettison button.
Yeah, and the car behind must have blooming cacked himself when all of a sudden this spare tyres ejected. Well,
Stop! It's falling to bits!
I thought it was the exhaust come off and it's like, oh no, what we're going to do now? And then no, Alex is like, it's a spare tyre.
It's going to lose an axle next.
So maybe it would be better if we didn't have a spare tyre. But yeah, they don't, and they don't have any said, and not even a jack.
Where we got to? Not been too well. No spare tyres in cars now, not even a jack. There's nothing.
No, it's rubbish.
There's absolutely nothing. In fact, was it one or two before we had one? There was no spare, there is no jack, there's no absolute nothing, is there?
You're just stranded, aren't you?
Yeah, you are.
Well, that happened to my sister, didn't it? I had to go and recover her kids, didn't I, from the side of the A1.
Yeah.
Crazy Caveman, good evening.
Crazy Caveman,
yeah,
nice to
I
see
went
you.
to pick them up, didn't I? They were stuck on the side of the A1.
They were. Right, Facebook. I don't even know what day it is, but I went on Facebook one morning. It was either Monday or Tuesday. I went to log in. It had kicked me out, so I signed back in with my password, and then it said, you have breached our policies via a linked Instagram account, and it gave this random Instagram account that I've never ever heard of before. Totally nothing to do with me. That's breached the guidelines, so that's it. Your policy's got, your profile's gone, we've blocked your account. I did a bit of checking out. The only options that you've got, it says you have to appeal on the linked Instagram account, but this Instagram account isn't mine. So how can you log into an Instagram account that's not yours to appeal their decision within 180 days? The other option was to download your data. So it's like, okay, we'll download the data, we'll see what's been going on. And there was, going back for about 2 or 3 months, there was login attempts from India, China, the Caribbean.
Was it the Cayman Islands?
Oh dear me, yeah, the Cayman Islands, all sorts of places, mostly centre in India. And there was no indication, nothing had come through to me on email that said, oh, somebody's tried to access your account. It was total radio silence. I did some research on the internet and I found out that this is ever so common, and it's gone back at least a year. So Facebook have known about this for a year. What they do is the hackers, they link a spam Instagram account to your Facebook account, but they must be doing it via an API, a security loophole, security vulnerability in an API, and that's why you get no notification, no option as to whether you approve the linking of this account. What they do then is, Facebook accounts, if you advertise on them, you can have an ad account linked to your Facebook account, and it looks like they then compromise accounts. They're looking for accounts that have got a linked ad account, obviously with a credit or debit card linked to the ad account, and they then run ads on the spam Instagram account, so they get a load of free advertising, drive traffic through to whatever target site they want. It could be over 18 site or something like that, or dodgy software.
It's whatever doesn't meet their guidelines.
Whatever doesn't meet the guidelines, and then it's you, the actual Facebook account holder, that ends up paying the advertising costs from your bank, from your own bank. And the problem is, you've also got an added difficulty whenever you come to dispute it. How can you dispute it when you can't even log into your Facebook account? That's what it looks like is happening. One question is, well, why isn't it being shut down sooner? Well, then you have to ask yourself, if there's any vulnerability or anything that's happening, who's benefiting from it? And I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to leave that to you to work out. I'm not making any claims, promises or otherwise, but who's benefiting financially? Maybe One person that's benefiting is the person that's running the ads or being paid for the ads. Hi Max. Hi.
Now we've got to use
right,
the
okay,
e-tires company.
E-Tires owned by Asda. They've got the fingers in a lot of pies, haven't
And
they,
it says,
Asda?
good evening to Danielle.
Oh, hi Danielle.
evening,
Yeah,
Danielle.
we've missed that one. Yeah, hey Crazy Caveman. Yeah. What did I decide to do about Facebook? They've got no way of contacting them. Some countries, and I think one of them that came up was France. If you're a France citizen, there's a different rule whereby you can send off your identity card that they've got in France. You can send that off, and somebody will look into it, and they'll reinstate your account. Here, some other option was whereby you could pay for Instagram verified, and Lisa sat there and said, "Oh, hold on a minute.
That's a scam.
That's a scam because they're going to be getting $15 or whatever, and you've got no guarantee of getting your account." The upshot of it was, you know, I was saying before about YouTube Premium and how now I don't really enjoy YouTube, but we have got an update. We've got a tip for you from one of the kids has told me.
And they've known for ages.
They've known for ages, yeah. Losing YouTube Premium and having to watch ads has saved me wasting the same amount of time on YouTube that I used to, but actually Facebook was the same. I didn't used to spend a lot of time on it, but come on, you all know at
Everyone does,
home
don't they?
watching, if you end up on Facebook, the chances are you might end up scrolling for longer than what is necessary, and actually you know further forward at the end of it. I've made a decision. Facebook can go and I'm sure you know what the missing words were. I've decided I'm not even going to bother with Facebook anymore. If they've got a vulnerability in their system and they haven't closed off that loophole, there is no point me giving any more of my data or time to their platform. That's it. Facebook, do one. There you go.
They've done one.
That's Facebook for you. So I think that's that dealt with. I'm not going to spend any more time on fighting that one. Some things are worth the time, some things aren't.
Because, like I said, the other option is you just set up another account, isn't it, if you were that bothered?
Jules says, "Oh, people trying to hack you, that's not good. My ex had that on his eBay. He found someone had hacked into it, selling nail varnishes stuff. He got it sorted quickly and now gets a code to access. He's got double security or something now. Yeah, sometimes
They're out
you
there all
can.
the time,
You
aren't
can
they?
yeah. Any
Everything,
platform.
Everything.
Any platform is open to exploitation, but this one seems a bit of an anomaly because it wasn't a hacked password. It was via an API, a programming interface between Instagram and Facebook. So surely somebody should know about that. And instead of complaining to them, I'll probably be better off if there's a bug bounty, finding out
finding
how it
what
was
it
done
is,
and trying
yeah.
to get the bug bounty for it. I think it's got to be known. It's got to be known. All my social security media is security login. Normally, it should be. And I have seen before where somebody's tried and typed in a wrong password, and I get an email and it said, "Was this you from this IP address in this location from this computer?" But on this occasion, total radio
And it's when
silence.
I get it from my friends. Oh, if you get a friend request from me, don't accept it. I've been hacked. That's quite a common one, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it's not that one.
Yeah. Facebook is owned by, Rod Ruth said, Facebook is owned by Meta Platforms. This corp also owns Instagram. Yeah, it does.
that's the
Yeah.
problem.
And WhatsApp. They own them as well. My girlfriend is currently experiencing issues with Instagram. It is.
There's no one to help, is there?
The only way you can reach them, I found, is by paying for the verified. As soon as you pay for the verified, you've then got an instant chat to them, but outside of that, they're not interested.
But then,
they don't want
but
to
then
know.
when I said, "Oh no, that's a scam," because when you was reading what you'd researched,
Yeah.
people were saying they paid the $15 and they still didn't get their account back.
Some people said that.
Yeah.
Some people said they did. But how do you know that that wasn't a shill account posting, oh yeah, how to get your Facebook back?
Yeah.
Subscribe to, you don't know whether it's a paid account or not. I mean,
That's
anything could happen in this new digital dystopia. There you go. How's about that for a
When I had
word?
to contact Facebook to get one of my accounts back, I never paid.
Yeah, I
I
don't
won't
think
pay
you
either.
can pay. No. YouTube tip for you. One of the kids wanted to show me some of their programming that they've done. Hopefully it's not them that's linked an Instagram account.
Well, he knew the hack.
You little tinkers. Anyway,
He'll be the next hack.
he went in to show me something that he'd been doing on his coding. And he said, and I said, where did you learn that from? He said, oh, YouTube. Anyway, I said, oh, well, show me that bit then. Have a look for that. So he pulled up YouTube.
She paid Instagram to advertise, and then they have never posted her material.
Yeah.
That's naughty.
Yeah, it
that's
is.
really naughty when you've paid to advertise.
Have a think about a card chargeback on that one. It'd be what would be in my mind.
That's really naughty.
Yeah, so I said, oh yeah, show me this thing then. Anyway, it loads up YouTube. This ad started to play, and no sooner it started to play, it went on the keyboard, and then the screen flashed, and then the video started just playing. And I said, hold on. What did you just do then? Oh, I did this. Right, show me. He said, oh, when an ad comes up, you press and hold the Alt key, and then you press and release the left arrow key, and then straight after that you do the right arrow key, and then you let go of the Alt key, and it reloads the page and it doesn't play the advert. And I said, hold on a minute. All this time that I've been suffering without YouTube Premium, having to watch these ads,
and paying for YouTube Premium.
and paying for YouTube Premium, did you not think to tell me, how long have you known about this? Oh, ages. And then another one of the kiddos comes in, oh yeah, I knew about that as well.
Yeah, he told me.
Yeah, so everybody knows about this in the household, apart from me. But yeah, YouTube ads, if you're on a computer or laptop, soon as the ad starts playing, right, it only works for the ones at the beginning. Alt key down and hold, left arrow, release, right arrow, release, let go.
You're not going to get banned for cheating, ha ha. Sounds like the kids need grounding for a year.
No, they just needed to have told me a lot sooner. I don't know why they've kept it to themselves. I really don't, the little
Because
tinkers.
you were paying for premium, you didn't have no ads to skip.
I didn't need to. Yeah, the little tinkers, and they knew about that all the time. And I can successfully report, I've tried it today and it works. You can't get rid of the ones in the middle though, but when I'm looking for YouTube to research stuff, I might only be interested in the first 30 seconds to see whether it's going to answer the question that I've got or not. And the problem is then, by the time you've watched the ads, you've had enough of watching the ads, and oh yeah,
Well, sometimes you get 2 or 3, don't you?
Yeah.
I suffer the ads.
Top tip, and remember that, yeah, YouTube. And the kids, and it has highlighted,
They know more than us.
they know more than us, and they're not telling us either, and they're not suffering through
No, they're not watching
YouTube ads.
ads.
Big,
And they're not paying for premium either.
big Google's making
I just did it.
making
Did
no
it work?
advertising dollars
You had
out of
premium
them.
and then gave up on YouTube, so we didn't tell you.
That's it, yeah, I had about YouTube, Facebook,
Oh.
Anyway,
You
so
need to
then,
come off social media, you.
following on from Facebook, I then said to Lisa, I said, oh right, we need to broaden our horizons. And I've made the mistake of signing up for, what was it called? Snapchat. Anyway,
Another time wasting social
exercise
media site.
that I'll probably be banned from in however many weeks. I signed up to this Snapchat, whatever it was. So I set the profile up, then you have to do an avatar and stuff like that. And it's like, oh yeah, I'll give myself a tin hat, round glasses, a beard. The usual stuff. And then I went onto the For You page, and it's just like, do you know what? What a load of rubbish this is going to be.
I can see why it's took us this long to sign up for Snapchat.
Yeah, do I recommend Snapchat? I'm not so sure it's going to be of any benefit to us.
I still don't get the whole streak thing that the kids get and
Yeah.
keeping these streaks.
Well, we
going.
sent a picture to him. We sent a...
Yeah. Yeah.
We sent him a
Then
picture.
we got a message from Kieran, didn't we?
Oh.
What's going on? You and Shane are on Snapchat, didn't we?
Yeah. Crazy caveman. Snapchat is a joke site.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure if anybody's actually made any use of Snapchat. Let us know, but I kind of think it's not really going to happen anything on Snapchat. I don't know. Maybe it's.
Well, we have to sign up for WhatsApp as well because you've lost Messenger.
Yeah, WhatsApp. I've lost Messenger, so that's all gone as well. But do you know what? Meta can go and clear off, can't they?
Well, they've cleared you off.
They're not. Well, yeah, but who's the winner? Because they're not getting any of my data anymore, are they?
No. So I see the question. My daughter has gone Asda mad because of you two. What have we done with Asda?
Asda is shopping halls, is it? Is it on the shopping halls? Whatever you do though, don't park in the Asda Express, Asda Express filling stations because we've got a bit of an issue with them at the minute. And in fact, actually, I've got an update on that. They've yanked my chain yet again because we went in on Monday. We spoke to the manager in there, and he seemed a nice enough chap. He said, "Oh, no problem at all. Let me take a copy of the PCN that you've got, and I'll contact them and we'll get it cancelled off." He said, "I'll leave it with me. It'll be Tuesday or Wednesday. I'll get back to you." Tuesday or Wednesday, nothing came back. So I waited until Friday. I went in on Friday. He's not here till a week on Friday.
He has more holidays than out, doesn't
And
he?
it's, well, actually, I might apply
You
for a
need to get
job.
a job as a manager
Job
at
at
Asda.
Asda filling station, yeah. You get a week off at Christmas, living the dream.
It's not even Christmas yet. Snapstreak is messaging every day to one person. I think it's silly. Too right, Max. You don't need to be doing that.
What else have we got? I got one of those tap and dye. Oh, the tap and dye kits, yeah, okay. But kept putting tie and dye on YouTube. Multicoloured t-shirts, tie-dye.
We did that.
You've done some of them, haven't you? Yeah.
We did them with the kids.
Yes, as the loyalty card. Now, you've got that, haven't you?
Yeah.
And it's, I think the Asda loyalty card this year, I think, has been a bit stingy. Because last year...
You got 50p every day.
We
every
got
time you shopped,
quite
you got
a lot,
50p.
didn't we?
And then I had a meltdown because it's like, where's all my 50p's going? And then it's gone into a Christmas saver.
We did get the credit card messages,
Yeah.
Crazy Caveman. We posted that.
Yeah.
And the naughty.
Yeah.
But I don't think they'd be daft enough to issue a credit card because we're not the beneficiaries that they're looking for.
We won't
Are
get a
we?
credit card.
Oh, wait.
No, they don't want us.
Yeah.
She saved £38 last week. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
If you take advantage of the offers that are
Yeah.
on, they are quite
Don't
good.
sign.
Don't sign up for the
Do,
credit card.
do you make your own decisions in life? But definitely, if they try and hoodwink you into one of their credit cards, it's not something
It's a
that
no.
I would ever say to go for, because I think it's hard, because if you're buying stuff on a credit card, sometimes there might be a purchase, i.e. the Section 75 protection if you were buying a holiday to a location or an Airbnb or something. If you get there and you find the room doesn't exist, you can claim back from the card provider, providing it's over £100 under Section 75. But if you're buying stuff from a supermarket and eating it, you're then paying no end of interest on it. We spoke about this, and we was pretty disappointed for Asda trying to push a credit card via that app, because you've signed up as a loyalty app.
Yeah, just to get the loyalty.
If you want a
rewards.
credit card, get yourself down to Nationwide, NatWest, whoever else.
Bank of your choice.
Yeah, that's it. But the loyalty app, I still think Asda is doing it the right way, because the Morrison's one.
Oh, you have to get forever. You have to get like 5,000 to get a
But they've
fiver.
also gone a bit like Tesco, where they say, "Oh, This item is £15,
Oh, I said
but
that to you
it's
on the
£12.
Baileys.
Yeah.
No, I said to you on Baileys, oh, they're doing it for like £9 a bottle, but then when you read it, you had to spend £45
Yeah.
to get it for £9, and it's like, well, I only wanted the bottle of Baileys.
Yeah, that's right. She saved 38 quid. Lidl are selling an awesome fleece this week for £11.99, which is a good price. Speaking about fleeces, before I knew the keyboard trick, there was an advert that came up.
See, you do like adverts.
I don't.
Well, you've remembered it.
There was an advert that came. I've remembered it. I'll tell you why. A fleece, we've just seen the price that you would say is an average price.
Yeah,
is
£11.99.
£11.99. Anyway, there was this fleece advertised that was the ultimate. I think it was quite. It came across that it was just selling it to men as well. It was the ultimate tactical fleece with 9 zip pockets. It had a waterproof outer if you wanted to put that on for storms, windproof, all sorts of stuff.
All singing or dancing.
The advert was very well put together. It was really well put together. Anyway, I clicked on the button. How much do you think this fleece was? Bearing in mind, it is just a fleece.
I'm going to say £69.99.
Okay, 69.
I'm going to say something shit, £99.
99 quid. 100 quid for a fleece.
That's a joke.
It was, and then I think they wanted.
You could buy 9 from Lidl.
Get yourself down to Lidl. Yeah, yeah. This is it.
Tesco and Sainsbury's for Baileys hit £10 with their cars. No minimum spend like Morrison.
Yeah,
Oh, you
and
wanted Baileys
that's
for
what
Christmas, didn't you? What on earth?
I don't drink a lot, but
You had
sometimes
Baileys for years.
at Christmas it's nice to have one Baileys as a treat, isn't it? Yeah. Not that I condone drinking alcohol or anything like that.
You have to have more than one to drink the bottle.
No, one bottle.
Oh.
Yeah, one bottle, but not in one sitting, may I add.
The kids will eat your eyes.
I had to take it off at the moment because it was getting... Yeah, now this one, it was thermally regulated, it was thermal boosting, it was climate controlled and everything. But 100 quid. And then I think if you wanted a not a Union Jack, a US flag embroidered on it, bang, $14.95 extra. Yeah. £20. Tesco and Sainsbury's £10. What on earth? Crazy Caveman doesn't like the Baileys.
I don't like Baileys.
Car update. There's been no water loss, no oil loss, and it all looks sealed up. I mean, there is enough sealant on there to seal probably every Peugeot that was ever made. But at the moment, it appears to be doing well, so I'm pleased about the filler cap.
Yep.
We've definitely proven that was the source of the leak, which on face value, the heater, on face value, you wouldn't necessarily think that a filler cap, your more intuition would lead you to be looking for split hoses or cracks in a hose or something like that.
Should have used that sealant on the Titanic.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's been a hassle to gum it
Danielle
up.
don't like Baileys either.
But it's gummed up good and proper. If this doesn't work, the next alternative is to get another rocker cover and a new gasket and a new tube of sealant.
Max says, who needs a mechanic when we have Shane?
Yeah, well, we didn't do too bad. We didn't do too bad at all. Jules, 57 now, but I remember when I used to have Baby Sham a snowball.
We used to have that when I was a kid.
Yeah, them snowball drinks. True, Max, but you're up north. It's grim up north.
It was always snowballs, wasn't it? Was it Warnings or something? Like yellow stuff.
Warnings Advocar. No, it's Warnings Advocar. I don't know who made the snowball, actually. It might have been Warnings as well, mightn't it? Warnings Snowball. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Bottle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I
I'm sure
remember.
somebody will be able to Google that and say who makes Snowball. Yeah, and
And it was always Baby Sham, that little deer
And-
on it, wasn't it?
nobody come back and say it's Frosty.
I used to have Baby Sham as a kid when I bought it. It was about 14 years ago.
I've got it on this comment here. I have never been sick so much. Yeah, that'll teach you a lesson, won't it?
But that was always the drink at Christmas, wasn't it?
Yeah, that and probably Grandma's liquor cabinet.
It was a year old. Been open the Christmas before.
Oh,
Be stronger than ever.
yeah, the lid's stuck on. Oh, well, I've glued it down to stop Grandad helping himself. Yeah, but everybody used to have a liquor cupboard, didn't they?
Yeah.
And it always used to be one of
Even
them
if it was
things.
in a drawer in a sideboard, wasn't it?
Well, quite often they had them
Fold
fold-down
down.
fronts, didn't they?
On
They
the big
were all-
sideboards.
They're all stuck there with the glasses
Posh
above
glasses, yeah.
it. Yeah, you posh
Crystal
glasses,
cut glasses. Spin.
lead crystal.
Yeah. All posh
The
ones that only
excitement
come out
over
over
the liquor
Christmas.
cabinet.
That's it, or you posh crystal cut glasses.
Yeah, so what have we dealt with?
Harvey's
We've
Bristol
dealt
cream sherry.
Bristol cream, yeah. Yeah, sherry,
sherry.
port.
Well, you used to leave sherry out of Santa, didn't you?
Yeah,
And mince pie.
yeah.
Santa gets milk now.
Well, because he's got to get through letterboxes now. There's no chimneys.
Does anyone want to weigh in on Trump calling our Prime Minister a governor and suggesting Canada?
Original Snowball, vented and contained ban. I think, interestingly, it's not a politics channel, but sometimes we
Mark says, how come you banned?
sometimes I'll do the politics question first, and then we'll do a quick revamp on Facebook. This is my opinion only. I think strange things are happening in politics, and the reason why I say that is because I think there was an article recently about Elon Musk wanting to give Nigel Farage $100 million to boost his campaign to become the UK Prime Minister. Now, we already know that Farage and Trump are...
What is?
I mean, it's no secret, they've been seen on telly. Farage has gone over there. Some are saying that it's going to be good for business and commerce and injecting cash into the economy and getting the economy moving. The great has gone out of Great Britain. The economy is stagnant, and I think we've got only a perceived choice of two political parties which are almost singing from the same hymn sheet, and I think it could be a disruption to bring another party in that isn't on that hymn sheet, and $100 million in cash is going to help try and achieve that objective. Should politics be brought? Because at the same time, because at the same time I also watched another video that was talking about the Nolan principles and the fact that people in these public offices should be selfless. I'm not sure how you can ever be selfless if there's $100 million somewhere down
the table.
Now, I'm not saying that Nigel Farage, for example, is making anything out of the $100 million, but what I'm saying is there's a public office and there's $100 million. How do you stop those two from coming together? And I think that is very, very difficult. And there has been examples very, very recently of, let's say, government contracts where you would question, have business people benefited from the government contracts, and it's been proven and outed that they have, and therefore they weren't fit to hold that public office. How do you stop it? I'm not so sure you can, because it happens again and again and again. And MPs and PMs are supposed to serve our country and people, which they have failed to do. And I think that is a true statement. Jan W says, Facebook, chucked it years ago. Great to see you in the chat, Jan. I don't know, have we seen Jan before? Have we said hello? If not, hi
hello.
Jan, nice to see you in the chat. Hope you've had a great week. Mark, how come you banned? There was a security vulnerability exploited where a hacker had linked a spam Instagram account to my Facebook account. There was no notifications or anything. They then tried to run ads on that Instagram account that they managed to link, which was against terms of service. And Facebook came along and said, right, we're blocking your Facebook. And you know what? Facebook, clear off.
Yeah, because it's a thumbs up in it. MPs are all as bad as each other now, useless. Yeah, they are.
I don't see.
It's hard to have any faith in any of them, isn't it?
Yeah, I think as soon as you have anything where there can be any influence of cash separating the two, and I think sometimes even if somebody started out with the best intentions, and
well, they all do,
you
don't
stop
they?
it? How do you ever stop that? And what I do think, I do agree that there should be greater public transparency. And I think any spending by any government organisation whatsoever, it should be no trickery, no smoke and mirrors. It should be, everything should be published. Whatever they've spent it on. If light bulb £100, bang, we need to see it.
We need to see it. £100 light bulb.
They do. It was a news article. I think the Ministry of Defence were paying £100 for light bulbs. Search it up. It should come up on a news article. Crazy prices just for ordinary light bulbs, because they're tied into these contracts, and then they just pay. I think everything should be transparent, and I think it should also list who they've purchased it from as well, because then there's, what is there now, 70 million people in the country, and out of that 70 million people, a very small percentage of people might go, oh, hold on a minute, I'm going to see if there's any links here. And the power of
piecing it all together.
People interested, they can piece it together, and it makes it a lot harder for any unauthorised purchases to take place, or any things where somebody's benefiting but not disclosed it. Yeah, it's a difficult one. It is a difficult one, but do I think there's spending that's happening without any of our say so? Yeah, I do think that is the case. Mark, get to the point. Get to the point on what, Mark? Let us know. I think we've dealt with the Facebook, which is what you were asking about, but the full Facebook question was right at the start. MPs are all as bad as each other, useless. It's the same as the council paying millions for something that costs. I think it's happening again and again and again and again.
Everyone's doing it.
All these MPs get allowances and expenses. Well, I'm not sure we can say that. The old people, yeah. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, because they've done away with the fuel allowance, haven't they?
When you look at what you're paying, by the biggest single expense that anybody, in fact not anybody, almost everybody has, is not what you think it is. And some people will say, oh, it's running the car. Some people will say it's energy costs. Some people will say it's food, housing costs. It's not. The biggest single expense you will have is taxation and inflation, which is a form of taxation in itself anyway, and that accounts for at least 70% of your income. So for every quid that you earn, you're taxed on your earnings, and you are also taxed on your spending as well. And those two combined, it is absolute. You couldn't make it up.
No.
You couldn't make it up. It's,
crazy.
Speechless, that's for sure. I mean, the same as the roads. What do you do? What do you do to make any change?
The roads are terrible.
And I don't just think it's in one area. I think
No.
it's in. I mean, it'd be interesting to know actually if there's anybody in London. Are the roads in London any good, or are they just as bad as where? Bone shaker, yeah. You've got a council, I think, up north with a 40 billion black hole. Supposedly, the country as a whole had a 22 billion black hole and destroying all the farms. I was reckon. I think, and again, I think this comes down to transparency. Yes, there has been councils that have been quoted as having deficits and they're virtually bankrupt and this, that and the other. When you look back at the Icelandic bank scandal, whose cash was being invested in the Icelandic banks? It wasn't the council's cash.
No.
It was your cash, you know. And the same now. If you was, I think any of these local authorities where they come up to be bankrupt, they should have to publish all the documents, and the first question should be is have a look through that, open it up to public scrutiny, and any decisions that anybody's made, like for example, there was one council that was saying they're going to have to sell off the mayor's number plate, private number plate. And it's like, well, hold on a minute. I haven't got the cash to be spending out on a private number plate.
No.
So has the mayor purchased that private number plate himself? If he hasn't, who made the decision to purchase that private number plate? Do we need councils and mayors driving around in private number plates? Unnecessary purchases. Who's made that decision? And whoever's made that decision, in my opinion, then the public needs to be saying, hold on a minute, that was your decision. That's not a purchase to benefit the public.
No.
So therefore, get your hand in your pocket and you're
Pay it
paying
back.
for that. Yeah.
Pay it back.
Most are good in London. Danielle Lee says, most are good in London, but the further you get out of central London, the worse they get. Yeah, I can believe that.
They're terrible around here.
Jules said, my mum asked me if she was going to still get the winter fuel allowance this year. I had to tell her, sorry, no. My dad passed away recently, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And she now gets a bit extra pension, so no pension credit.
I think you've missed a few more.
Okay.
Not mine. Roads are paved in gold. You missed them. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. The roads are paved with gold in London. I would like to have a wander around the city of London just as an eye-opener to have a look and see what's going on down there and verify whether the roads are paved in gold. But I'd probably say I do agree with that in principle, in that I think there's London and there's everywhere else. Don't you?
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on it. Yep, Shane Iceland defaulted. Rod Ruth, let's have more likes. Thank you. Rod Ruth. These good people from the UK have a unique channel. It's definitely unique, and there's God knows what happening every week. Yeah, it's crazy at the moment. Further London, Mum must make right. They are more interested in building new roads rather than fixing the roads we have. Danielle Lee, ULEZ and congestion charges a major problem, though it makes it expensive to travel back up. £27.50 a day. I have got, who would ever go, oh, that's a good idea? You know, and yes, at the time it was sold as, oh, let's make everything greener, let's get electric vehicles. I mean, the electric buses as well. But now, all of a sudden, you've got an electric vehicle, you're going to pay just like everybody else. But the trouble is now, you're paying, I mean, £27.50. That's a week's shopping up north, isn't it? £27.50. Toilet block in our local park had stainless steel toilet seats installed at £839.
That's crazy.
2025, we're making stainless steel toilet seats.
Yeah. They are if they're selling for that price. We'll find a way.
I mean, I can't. I don't know whether, as a separate topic, Bev, in fact, we'll catch up on comments and then we'll talk about toilets and down the pan. Leeds City Council in beep. They're waiting to close. Yeah, they're closing museums. Danielle Lee says they're not paved in gold. We're going to come and check.
We need to check.
we need our own evidence. But they may as well be all the money ends up there. If I use the Dodgem car, that would be classed as an EV. And you probably find that it wouldn't be road compliant and they'd fine you and get you one way or the other.
Well, did my sister get fined for going to Chesington? What was that?
Yeah, that was Chesington, I think, was just inside. Is it just inside the M25?
Yeah.
So you go to Chesington, a tourist attraction, which you wouldn't put in the zone of London. It is still a bit leafy and stuff like that. But yeah, she ended up with a ULEZ fine and whatever. Oh no, there is road compliant Dodgem car. I've seen the shed. There's the world's fastest garden shed that can do 100 miles an hour. I've seen that one, but haven't seen the road legal Dodgem car. Toilets.
What is a Dodgem car? Sorry, from Canada, never.
Oh,
it's a fairground thing.
Yeah.
It's like a little bumper car.
Think the big Ferris wheel, London Eye, that type of thing at the fair.
Yeah, it's a bumper.
And you have basically a platform with an electrified roof and a stick going up that wipes on the electric roof. And basically you've got a steering wheel, two-seater, and
it's like got a rubber tyre around, a rubber
is
ring
the
around
etiquette that you're supposed to ram into other people or not supposed to ram? I think at one time you could have done, but the new health and safety, real world,
gone crazy.
Welcome to 2024. You're not allowed to bump into anybody else, and you've just got to go round one way. And at one time you'd have got
you being able to bump into us,
At one time you could have paid £2 and been on for 20 minutes, whereas now it's £8 and you only get 30 seconds or something like that. And I remember when I was a lot younger, the operatives used to hop on the back, didn't they?
Yeah, and ride round with you.
Yeah, there's none of that now.
And you used to get one single strap
bumper
seatbelt
cars,
for a little kid,
that's it.
You?
It's a terminology. They've said bumper cars, bumper cars.
Yeah.
I can't understand 800 and something odd for a toilet seat. But we've seen no end of what you would call conveniences closed. And I think originally their intention was, when they were putting forward these closure plans, they were saying, oh, but it's fine. There's pubs and cafes that are open and they'll take up the burden if you need to go and spend a penny.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to go there.
Well, not only are you not allowed to go, but what has been closing at the most alarming rate?
Pubs and cafes.
Pubs and cafes. So all of these places that you would have gone, and it's one of those things that it just seems a bit strange.
And a lot of them say, don't they, for customers only.
Yeah. But you can see why. The last thing you want if you're running a catering establishment is somebody that's coming in, they've not even paid you anything, and next minute there's been some kind of mishap in the toilet, and you've got
it's not even caused by your food.
It's not even caused by your food. You've got to send a cleaning team in.
Yeah.
I think that was their intention, was to pass this out into businesses, but the businesses are now closing. But now all these public conveniences have been sold off. I can't understand the thinking process behind it. What you don't want is, you don't want tourist attractions where people are, to all intents and purposes, relieving themselves in a bush or something like that. Yeah, they're closing all of the facilities. I don't see how they cost the money that they claim that they're costing.
Well, they don't, do they?
And I think it's just been an exercise to close them down. On the other side of the coin, I can't see somebody's thinking of going into such a place and thinking, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll rip the toilet seat off.
Yeah, see, why would you ever think of doing that?
I just, I don't know.
I don't get it. Yeah.
It's
maybe because we're not
It's a strange
like-minded like that.
It's a strange world. Do you still have Christmas tree cookies left with the green frosting, and would you send some to Canada? They didn't last long at all.
No.
But we have made some today. Can you show them? We'll show you what Lisa's made some today.
Me and Max.
Yeah, Max and Lisa has made these today, and we'll show you them now. These, feast your eyes on these.
Look at them. They're supposed to be penguins.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to be. Was Leeds Lord Mayor number plate?
I think Leeds was one, but I'm sure there was. I'm sure there's other towns. I think was Leeds. Leeds had two. I seem to remember. I think it was something like U1 was one of them.
Thanks, Jules.
And another one was it's spelt Leeds, Leeds. Now I think the U1 was gifted by somebody who helped start the AA, the Automobile Association. He went on to become the first mayor of Leeds, and then he gifted, I believe, that short number plate to the role of the Leeds mayor. But there was another one that was used for another purpose, which it basically said Leeds, but they were silent on how they got that. So Leeds was one of them. But do I think Leeds is the only one? No. And I think Manchester is either M1 or N1, because I've seen that on Charlie Veach's videos. I'm sure it was Manchester. But do I think it's just going to be those two areas? No.
Of course it's not.
Because I think the business case for spending other people's cash is easy, isn't it? You know, when you turn around, oh yes, but this will benefit everybody. Well,
It won't.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how a number plate benefits
Anybody.
at all.
No.
I really don't.
No.
Although the best number plate that we ever saw, do you remember?
Oh, that old guy.
We saw this number plate and it was it AVV or AAV number 1T? Have it!
Some really old guy got out. Honestly, it was like, what have you been? 80?
Yeah.
Really old. And it was like, that's got to be his grandson's car or something.
That number plate, you looked at that number card and it's like, yeah, actually,
Yeah,
that's
that's
quite
cool.
funny, that,
Yeah.
have it. But yeah, it didn't match the driver. I mean, we can't even assume that it was the owner.
No?
But it didn't match the driver, and that was one that I saw that was quite funny. Have it.
Yeah.
I still think the Americans have the best reg plates. Jules says cool. That's obviously
That's
on
my
your
biscuits,
penguin
yeah.
biscuits.
Yeah, that's what me and Max have made tonight.
Yeah, I think spending is mad. I can't understand who would go to spend a penny and think, oh, I know, I'll rip.
Just
I'll,
trash
I'll,
the toilet. Well,
yeah,
because you
I'll
wouldn't do it
rip
at
the-
home.
No.
Maybe they do. Maybe they don't.
I don't think they would, because
No.
what do you do? Yeah, you know, okay.
'Cause then you've got to buy a new one.
You might have, you know, maybe you've lost on Fortnite or something. That's it. The toilet's getting it.
Yeah.
But what do you do tomorrow?
Yeah.
You know, I just
It's crazy.
it doesn't make.
Toilets when they have concrete seats. Some do, don't they? Some don't even have lift-up seats. When you go to the coast and stuff,
Yeah.
they're like them grey, mouldy colours, aren't they? They're horrible.
We went to one in Havant. Do you remember?
Well, I didn't have to go in that one.
No, we was out walking. I think we'd walked, what was it, a good 3-4 miles with the kids, and they were little. We still had a buggy, didn't we?
Yeah.
At the time, and we stopped off at the conveniences to pay a visit. We went in the toilet, and one of the kids has got the strongest stomach ever, because you walked
It's
in.
just not even phased, is it?
You walked in, and it was like being hit straight in the face with a wet fish. It absolutely hummed in there. and he's there paying a visit. A number one.
He had a way.
He had a way. And it's like, crikey, you would need the stomach strength of a surgeon because somebody had laid, I'm not going to use the word because of the algorithm, somebody had laid concrete all over the back of the toilet. And you think, well, first of all,
How?
they've either got really, really long legs or they've, I don't know, it was unexplainable, but again, it's down to your point. Would you do that there? So I don't know why you think, oh, I know, I'm at a convenience, I know what I'll do.
Do that for a laugh.
Anyway, toilet humour, I think we'll put to a close on that one. We'll move on to a different topic. Toilets with concrete seats, where are you from? The worst part about public toilets is the sandpaper or Izol.
Oh, yeah.
Eh?
It used to be like shiny.
Yeah. South of the UK. Are you from Kent? Now, Kent's a place. We did a tour around Kent and they've got the strange, the unique roof, like chimney caps or colours. There's a name for them, isn't there? Do you remember? They're very, very unique, the houses in Kent. We drove round there and they've got like a unique capping that can almost turn depending on the wind. I'm sure somebody will say what they're called. They've got a very unique name for them and I've only ever seen that style of capping in Kent. Yeah, that's the only place that I've seen it. Where I am.
James Bond.
Ah, right. James Bond.
We just get Robin Hood.
Yeah, we get Robin Hood and his merry men, and they don't need to bother with concrete toilets. They just dig a hole.
in woods.
What happens in the woods stays in the woods. Yeah, why do bears have long fur? Oh, you have to laugh, don't you? Because I think you have to laugh because when you look back on your week, I think if you didn't laugh,
you'd cry.
You could almost turn around and say, oh, do you know what? The whole world's against me. It's not. Everybody's experiencing the same something pit of life, but it's just, it's just different ways, isn't it? Absolutely. Tell him watching, just dip a hole. That sounds like an Australian, yeah. Dip a hole. Struth. Yeah. What else has happened this week? Anything good?
The most embarrassing thing they filmed here was when they'd done the scene for EastEnders where Martin Fowler, etc., was supposedly in France.
In France, in England. Did you see that one?
Maybe. I've not watched it.
She didn't want to admit it now. She hasn't got a
I haven't
television
got a TV
license.
licence, I can't watch it.
Yeah. So if you're a TV licensed detective, Anne, don't bother.
Yeah,
then
don't
go
bother
on, we
'cause I've
don't
got
watch
a TV
it.
licence and I watched it.
Rod Ruth message retracted. So yeah, we've missed that one. Crazy Caveman. Yeah, you've just read that one. Yeah. What else
EastEnders
has
is
happened?
nothing without Arthur Fowler. That was years ago though, wasn't it? Arthur Fowler?
Bless my mum, took her years to realise that there were lots of other toilet papers to choose from after Izol. It was the brand name though, wasn't it?
It was the one, wasn't it?
Do you remember Izol Medicated? It wasn't just Izol, it was Izol Medicated in the handy little boxes as well. With a dispenser built in, you know, they were onto something. They were onto something, weren't they?
Yeah.
But yeah, what else has happened this week? Asda we've dealt with.
Yeah. Facebook.
FaceTube, yeah, we've dealt with them.
I only buy Andrex with the puppies on because poop don't stick to puppies.
That's it. I'll tell you what, the owner, whoever owned that Andrex dog, they must have made a fortune in royalties, mustn't they? And sometimes you
It was a cute little dog though, wasn't it?
you realise you've missed out in life, haven't you?
All you had to do was buy a little puppy.
If I'm not so sure whether the original one was that the same dog that was on Blue Peter.
I don't know. They always have them time, didn't they?
Oh, dear me.
They are nice dogs, though.
Yeah, so,
I don't think anything else has happened, has it?
yeah, no.
You've
This-
done the car. You and Alex did the car and live
We've
stream,
done the
didn't
car,
you?
and it's worked as well, which is
It's a
good.
no, totally different dog.
Totally different, yeah. Well, especially for royalty purposes as well. Yeah, I don't think we haven't done
Puppies
anything
are
else
even
yet.
on the paper.
TikTok, this is what we want to know. Lisa thinks TikTok's the way to go now that we've offloaded.
Yeah, but I can't get a
FaceTube.
TikTok account. It won't allow
It doesn't
me.
send you the email, does it?
No.
Send it in
Is
here.
that 'cause I've
Perfectly
already got a TikTok
acceptable
account?
to use your hand. Interpret. Now,
TikTok is nothing but a scam.
when I was in China, I'm left-handed, and they thought that was the height of amusement that I was writing notes down with my left hand. And eventually, I got one of them to. I said to him, you know, what's funny? What's funny? What's funny? And they turned around and they said, oh, you use your left hand to wipe your rear, and your right hand for eating. And they thought it was quite funny that you would do anything with your left hand because
Other than wipe your bum.
your left hand is for, yeah. They thought it was quite amusing. That was the experience that I had from China. Yeah. And I think they're very proactive on being right-handed for that reason.
And what if you're not? What if you're Chinese and left-handed?
I don't know. All I can say is that when I was there, they thought it was quite amusing that I was left-handed. True story. There you go. Something else that
All
you
the way
didn't
to
know.
China to be ridiculed for being
I know, yeah.
left-handed.
This is it. Not only do people take the proverbial on YouTube, but you can also go to
Take it in
China.
China.
Yeah, I've been to China and had the proverbial taken, yeah. TikTok is fun, give it a try. TikTok is nothing but a scam. That's
See
mixed
what you
already,
do,
isn't
yeah.
it?
I still remember the joke about what hand you wipe your bum with.
That's
I don't,
probably
I use
that's
toilet
probably
paper.
where it's probably where it stems from, isn't it? You know, if you haven't had the joke explained to you, you know.
Obviously, the Chinese were a bit behind on that one.
Yeah, they obviously didn't. I mean,
TikTok promotes dangerous trends. Yeah, I think it does. Lovely biscuits, Lisa. Thank you, Bev.
I don't know whether it's just. I think at one time, I think any platform could promote it, but I think maybe
TikTok
the
shopping
short.
is not very good.
Yeah, now TikTok Shop is probably one of the things that we were looking at to see whether we could venture into TikTok
Could we
Shop.
do TikTok shop on a live?
Yeah, because it'd be Shane and Lisa trying to sell. And today we've got this mini wallet.
TikTok shopping
It's
is
perfect for your coins, banknotes, and credit cards that have been cut in half. It's got a handy zip. It's windproof, waterproof. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
We've thought about it, haven't we?
we have thought about it, but we've not managed to get an account activated yet.
Well, I can't get my
No.
craft one activated.
No, that's it.
How did we go from bands to TikTok? Who knows?
Interestingly, we've said before, haven't we? Any of these lives, we've
Yeah.
started out talking about one thing,
yeah.
and next thing,
It's on a totally different
all and
tangent.
sundry could come up, couldn't it?
Yeah.
TikTok shop is mainly from China. Yeah, I agree. I do agree
I
that.
know this channel is getting disgusting.
Yeah, it's your influence, crazy
Yeah,
caveman.
that's
You
it.
know, I'm sorry. Always waiting for a delivery from China.
Well, we
Yeah.
didn't know if we could make stuff, did we, and sell stuff.
But I
Jeez.
don't know.
We wouldn't sell China stuff, would we?
I don't know how we'd go in terms of shipping, because the biggest problem, if you're a business in the UK, the biggest problem of delivering the items, is the postage costs, and they're increasing and increasing. I don't think you can compete with anything that comes from
China.
overseas. Because I don't know, I mean, some of the things that you see on there, it might be like 1p with
Just
free
don't use
postage.
Royal Mail.
How do you do it? But then if you don't use Royal Mail, the problem then you've got is all of the stories, other delivery companies that we're not going to name because it might not be true, launching it over your gate
Yeah,
or
in the
driving
wheelie
over,
bin.
wheelie bins and all sorts. It's hard to know which one. It's almost like where do you look where somebody actually gives us stuff?
I have every
Really?
quite often. Every's hit or miss.
Mm.
Our every driver's all right, but
Yeah.
then you read other every
Yeah.
drivers aren't. But we know our every driver,
Yeah.
don't we? So
Yeah.
the sellers are just a mouthpiece.
We are.
We could be the next ones.
We know what you mean, though, don't
Yeah.
we? We have seen some of
Yeah.
the TikTok, and they're just all one thing.
Every
And
googly
we've got
eyes.
these googly eyes, and they're say, oh yeah, we've got this on next, and we've got that, and it is, yeah. I mean, it's TikTok Shop, Wish. What was the other one?
Temu.
Temu.
Shein.
I don't even think you could keep up with them, but yeah, we might.
But we was
try
going to
and see.
make stuff ourselves, weren't we? Not selling stuff from China. But it's like, what
Yeah.
do we make to sell?
Yeah, this is
What?
stainless steel toilet
Yeah.
seats, £800
Yeah,
pound a go.
£800.
Definitely make some of them, can't we?
What do people want to buy in 2025?
Gold plated stainless steel toilet seats for 1,800.
We just need to get into in with the council, don't we?
Yeah.
Temu are okay, but don't buy electricals.
Mm.
Yeah, you see, you'd have to be careful.
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's
you?
hard. Speaking about electricals, I can tell you some frustrations that I've been having, but it's with technology. We tried, but there was a video. We filmed another video
Oh,
for you
yeah.
this week.
Yesterday
Yesterday,
dinner.
battered mince pie, and it's like, oh right, we'll film this. We'll get this one on. This will be
You
a
need to
good
tell them
one.
why. Because when we did the battered pigs in blankets, we got in trouble, didn't we?
We did, yeah.
We
We
got in
did.
big trouble.
Do you know what gave the game away? Tell them what gave the game away.
The chip wrapper in the bin.
Chip wrap.
The chip bag in the bin. So they come home from school, and one of them's like, "Do you want to explain why the chip wrapper's in the bin?"
Is there something that you've got to tell us?
Yeah. Why is there a chip wrapper in the bin? And it's like, oh, because we had this battered pigs in blanket and chips for dinner. Oh, right. So when are we getting it then? And it's like, whoa, hang on a minute. We've done it for a video. And then they're like, well, that's not fair because you've had fish. You've been to the chip shop and we haven't. It's like, well, you've been at school. So what cost us £8.50 for the pigs in blanket and chips?
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
And
yeah.
the £4
Yeah.
for
the battered
Crunchy and Mars
battered
bar
chocolate bar, yeah.
cost me £32
Yeah, yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
for fish and chips for the kids.
Yeah. But I mean,
oh,
yeah,
crikey.
we don't begrudge it.
No.
But they were onto us from the
Yeah.
chip wrappers, and there can't be one without another.
No.
So it is fairness in the house, in their eyes, always,
Yeah,
isn't it?
oh, but then that's my fault, isn't it? Because when they were growing up, I would buy 5 of everything, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
5 coats, 5 pairs of shoes, 5 bars of chocolate. We did, didn't we? We treated them all the same. If one was having
You
new
two know I'm laughing at your comment while Lisa's talking.
we used to, if one had trainers, we bought
Yeah.
5 pairs of trainers. If one was having a new coat, we bought 5 coats. And I think that was because when I was growing up, I was treated really differently to my younger sister. I've only got one sister who's younger. And we was treated so different. And I always said I will always treat my kids the same. So I would buy, if I was going to buy a bar of chocolate, we'd have to buy 5 bars of chocolate. And they've all been treated the same. So now I think that stems to, oh, well, you've had fish and chips. So we all need fish and chips.
Well, we did. We went out, we got them fish and chips, although we never had fish and chips on the day.
No, we
we had
just
the
had
battered
battered.
pigs in blanket for the purpose of a review. We then added on to that these battered mince pies, and the Oppo channel update, the Oppo Find X5 5G, not sponsored, has
gone to
departed.
CX.
That's gone to CX. When we buy this technology, I mean, CX is great from that point of view. You go into CX, you see something totally random, you buy it.
It's your
And
favourite
when you've
shop,
stopped
isn't it?
using it, you then trade it in, and you get a voucher, and then you buy something else, and you use that and try it. So the Oppo Find X5, not sponsored, has gone. So we had to use the Apple iPhone to film. And I made the decision to say, right, okay, we need to know more about the settings and the menu options. I chose HDR, 24 frames a second, and we filmed.
Oh, someone at the door.
we filmed. I'll
You
entertain.
carry on with your story.
Dance. We filmed the battered mince pies on the iPhone, and I can't get the footage off. I cannot get the footage off. You need to sort the audio for that phone. Then there's been no video on the iPhone 16. I don't think, has there? There might have been. I'm not sure now. You've got me wondering. But anyway, we filmed on the iPhone 16. We filmed 24 frames a second, HDR. The file size of these files, it was an 8-minute video, and I think it was at something like 45 gigabytes, which is huge. I cannot access the file. So hopefully at some point in the near future I'll get the footage off and there'll be the review on the battered mince pies. I think to put you out of your misery, Lisa didn't even eat it.
Because I don't like mince pies.
Lisa didn't like mince pies, so she didn't even have one.
I filmed it.
Lisa was the camera operative, and my verdict on it, I ate the whole lot. The inside, the mince pie filling was nice. The batter was to perfection. It turned the pastry casing into like plasticine. And Lisa did do the joke. Oh well, when have how often have you eaten plasticine? It's like, oh yeah, brilliant.
Well, I have to ask.
I gave it a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't overly impressed.
I wasn't overly impressed, but it was no fault of the venue or anything like that. So yeah, and this is the thing about technology. We have things to learn about the Oppo Find X5, not sponsored. We've got just as much. I think I've had more trouble with the Apple device.
Which is surprising, isn't it?
Which is surprising because they're selling loads and loads and loads and loads, and you would expect it to be smooth, but it's been far from it. I've had the camera app freezing and crashing. I've had footage that I thought I was capturing, and when I've gone for review, it's not there. And I've got a new problem that as soon as you turn HDR on, how on earth do you get the footage off? It's there, I can see it on the phone. I've edited it on, so I thought, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll edit it on the phone. I edited it on the phone, and then I went to export it. It won't send it anywhere. I cannot access it. And if I try and upload straight to a file, it comes up and it says, oh, there's been a problem. That's it. So yeah.
You couldn't even airdrop it, could you? To my MacBook.
I couldn't airdrop it, so it may well be that I might have had the battered mince pie in vain. And suffered, yeah, that's right. Crazy Caveman said you need to turn the audio for that phone up. I don't know, have we filmed one on the iPhone already or not? I'm not sure. I don't know whether we have. I don't know whether we have or we haven't. I'm not so sure now. I had it where an advert was loud, but the actual video was low. Yeah, so the video, the adverts are normally always a bit louder, but it shouldn't be that much.
Not too
so
much.
Audio, we will look into that and review it just in case. Keep the same name when you join TikTok. TikTok, I think we found, was hard for getting the usernames, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was hard for usernames because a lot of the stuff has just been
They just
taken.
keep blocking, man. They won't send me they won't use my email address or phone number.
You have to get an authentication code sent through,
and
it just doesn't come through. I feel ill now. The pastry wasn't.
No.
It just wasn't for me. The batter was absolutely fantastic. That chip shop batter, they've got something good there.
It was nice.
I think with Apple you have to use Apple programs. Crazy Caveman, I did look online and it said I had to use Apple Device app or something like that. I downloaded that, plug it in, it can see the phone. You go to look at the files, absolutely nothing there. Yeah. So I think I need to be very, very careful because let's just say if it had been if we'd have gone down to London and gone in there,
it was only a battered mince pie.
It was only a battered mince pie.
No great loss.
If we'd have spent 500 quid to get to London and have a banquet lunch that we were going to review, the footage
be
is
gutted,
now...
yeah.
That's it. So at least we've learnt and come up against that problem before we've done something that we can't repeat. I mean, if it had been a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, underpant bungee jumping or something like that. But you know what I mean? That's a once-in-a-lifetime because you're never going to do it again, are you?
I'm never going to do it ever. Let alone once.
Anybody else in for underpant bungee jumping?
'Cause that's obviously Shane Hinton
Let us
for
know in-
2025.
Let us know in the comments. Yeah, 1 million subscribers.
Shane will be doing it.
Oh dear me, right. Quick, cut the video.
Well, you've started
cut
it now.
Cut the video and delete this one. I have a Duff iPad. Yeah. Oh, the last time you showed... Yeah, I did do the unboxing, but I don't think I actually did... Did I do any footage with it or not? I might have even done it. Oh, hi, here we are, we're on it now. But I don't think I did. I think that was all filmed on the Oppo. I think it was all filmed on the Oppo.
Didn't Ben film you doing like unboxing?
That was unboxing of a camera. It was like the Apple iPod. You had to use, iTunes, wasn't it? The iPods always had to have iTunes. Crazy Caveman says, we'll never bungee jump as I don't like heights. Yeah.
It'd be the being upside down for me.
Or what happens when your elastic stretches and
On your
breaks on
knickers.
your underpants.
That'd be more of a concern.
It'd be like a scene from Jackass, wouldn't it? Where they used to do
I'm with
stuff
Danielle.
like that,
I
didn't
think
they?
I will keep my feet on the ground rather than a bungee jump. I will as well. I don't know. I think I could do a skydive. You know when you're strapped to somebody.
Oh no.
I think I could do that. I could
The
do
only
bungee.
the only time you should ever exit a perfectly serviceable aircraft is if you see the pilot go first, because then you know that the will of the passengers has got no chance of keeping it in the air. Can't even watch a video where they go over top of a skyscraper. Yeah. No, I don't know.
I think I could do that. I couldn't bungee jump down now.
So you wouldn't
You
do
could
the
do the bungee jump in your underpants. I'll do
never
a skydive.
Or
I'll have more on than the underpants.
This is tongue in cheek, you know. But I don't know. Would you ever do anything like that for charity?
I think I could.
You reckon?
I think
A
I
charity
could
skydive.
I think I could do that.
It's raining men. You reckon? Charity skydive.
I think I could do
What
that.
charity do you reckon you'd choose?
Children's charity.
Would you? There you go.
Yeah. Children's charity.
Yeah. I don't know whether I'd...
See, I've always been the thrill seeker. You lot don't even like rides.
No.
Yeah, I like, you go to Alton Towers. I like all them fast rides. You lot don't.
I don't like them.
You and kids don't like them.
Even the little junior
I've even
pirate
been on the
ship
big
at the
one at
seaside.
Blackpool.
I
That
don't
great
like
big
that one.
massive thing.
Is that the one that's made of wood?
That was really hard one. Yeah, I've even been on that. Yeah.
Roller coaster that's made of
Yeah,
wood.
I love them. I love roller coasters.
No,
Crazy Caveman don't.
I hate roller coasters
No,
as well.
see, I don't. I like them.
See, I don't even like the juniors pirate ship at the seaside.
Oh no, you have to get on parachute and sit at back, so it goes the highest.
No, it's not for me that.
No
Crazy
sense
Caveman.
of fun.
There we go. Right, so Rod Ruth bungee jumped from 243 metres with my head dipping into a river. Now that's extreme.
No, because I don't like fish. Oh no. No.
Down below, British Columbia. It is incredibly invigorating. Definitely. Now that's one word, invigorating.
Yeah.
You should try it at least once.
No. I'll stick with skydive.
Now, actually, there's one thing that you didn't mention, Rod Ruth. Was it in your underpants? That's what we need to know. Was it? That would be... I tell you what, that'd be even more invigorating.
You're thinking more like blooming chamois and all of them than they do.
Yeah,
And
chamois, Jackass.
Jackass, yeah, all of them, they'd have done that.
The trouble is, how many bones have they broken?
Yeah.
when they've been doing, wasn't it? You know, live crab bungee jumping and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I don't know.
So you're up for bungee jumping, then I'm up for skydiving.
Oh my god, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. When we get the 1 million subscribers, we'll have to do something really out there. Oh my god, no! I sat on a helicopter and it only got about a foot off the ground before I jumped out. Yeah, I don't know. We don't tend to see a lot of helicopter stuff. I think we went to a Land Rover show, didn't we? And they were doing helicopter rides then. But the problem we've got is, I think it's normally only up to 4 people. So straight away the numbers are too
many.
The numbers are too high, aren't they? It's a difficult one. You would be both be good on TikTok. I presume TT means TikTok.
Yeah.
When I lived in Yorkshire, I came down south and stayed in the Butlins Hotel on the 5th floor just to close the curtains. I had to crawl on my hands and knees shaking. Yeah, was that the one at Bognor Regis?
Oh, that's your favourite, isn't it?
That is my favourite Butlins of all time, that one, yeah. But that hotel, it was quite expensive, wasn't it? They've got their own restaurant and stuff like that.
That's where we live. Yeah, that's where we live.
Oh, right, yeah, cool, yeah. I like it down. We like it down in Bognor, don't we?
Yeah, we used to go on the beach on Christmas Eve, didn't we? We went there for Christmas, didn't we, a couple of times?
Yeah, we have been there for Christmas, and we've been to Bognor as well, just for a holiday.
Yeah, we did go to
Haven't
Bognor,
we? We have been there a few times. And we also went down to the Bognor Birdman, but on that year it was actually the Worthing Birdman.
Yeah.
So we had to go out, we drove over to Worthing, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was years ago, because we only had Kieran. Did we only have Kieran then?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was only Kieran then.
Yeah, I do like that.
I think I used late rooms and stayed there for 4
Oh, right, yeah. I see, on a deal. Yeah.
And then we've been to Minehead Butlins, haven't we, a couple of times for Christmas, haven't we?
The Minehead one.
Did we do one for New Year?
Minehead. Yeah. I think out of the two, hands down, without any shadow of a doubt, Bognor.
Yeah, Bognor's the best. Yeah.
Bognor is definitely
and that
the
area
better
is
one.
nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
I like that area down there.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice location, that one. And we've been there. I think we've been there
We used to walk into the town,
2 or 3
didn't we?
times. Yeah.
Traipse the kids along the beach.
Yeah.
Into the town, get all
Well,
the
we
shopping.
stayed there once, didn't we? Do you remember we walked in on Christmas Eve, didn't we? We walked into the town, and there was another time we went down. It was in the summer, and there's a field up near right on the front in the middle. They've got a field, and do you remember they had some kind of convention there, didn't they? It was like old cars, and they had music and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was quite a lot happening going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
used
went
to go to that
up.
chip shop.
From there was just across the other side of that. There was like I don't know, how can I describe it? A market, and we ended up in a
Used to have
cafe just
Marina
out the
Park
back.
Gardens.
That's it. Yeah, Marina Park. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the one. Do you remember that? And that was
Yeah.
something happening, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which was
There's
nice.
always something happening down there, isn't there?
And we went across then from where that market was, and there was that. It was an independent cafe, wasn't it? And they did us a good lunch there, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've
we
had
had a
some
good
good
time.
times down there,
We have
haven't
had some good times, yeah. It is a nice area.
Yeah, I do like it down there. But that's your favourite Butlins, isn't it?
Yes,
Then
without
mine,
any, absolutely, without any shadow of a doubt. If I could choose any Butlins to go to, it would always be Bognor. But I find that's the most expensive one,
Yeah.
and it's probably the furthest drive for us.
Mama Doyle. Hello, Mama Doyle.
Hi, Mama Doyle.
right.
Good to see you in the chat. Thank you for joining. Hope you've had a good week. Yeah, I mean, even one year we went down. At that time, we was blessed with a Range Rover. Weren't we?
But we wasn't blessed with a child that was inside.
No, we'd bought this old Range Rover, and I say old. It was one of those things that I thought, oh yeah, we'll have a Range Rover, we'll have a Range Rover. All it did was cost cash. It was, yeah, so expensive. At the time, I had a good contract, so it was paid for. But I think we'd had it a week and it needed a new front wishbone or something. Yeah, 800 quid. 2 weeks later, oh, we needed this. Then it had the head gasket went on it, so that was even more to pay out for. And it was always pay out.
Nicholas used to work at Butlins at Bognor.
Oh, right, yeah. Was you, now, red coat or not? Yeah, I mean, that's got to be a popular job, hasn't it? A red coat. We had this Range Rover. Anyway, we decided to drive down to Bognor, which actually was a bit of a ridiculous idea, really, because it was the big petrol engine one in it. It was an old Range Rover. What must it have been? M Reg?
Was it?
Yeah, I think it was an M Reg. M Reg, I think.
Chris Caveman used to work there. I was a KP there. Worked at the arcades.
Oh, right, okay.
Everyone's worked at Butlins.
Everyone's worked at Butlins, yeah, and this is what we're finding.
Nicholas was a cleaner.
Cleaner. Yeah. Anyway, we'd got this Range Rover. We decided to drive down to Bognor, and it turned out to be a 9-hour journey.
Did we go on the M1?
The M1 was absolutely chocker. It wasn't moving at all, and it was Ben, wasn't it? Screamed and screamed the whole journey. He screamed and screamed and screamed.
I even got in the back
Yeah,
to keep feeding him milk.
yeah, to try and pacify him, and
Yeah.
that didn't work.
We stopped at the services.
Yeah,
So Alex would have been about 2. Ben was a baby. So what would Kieran have been 8?
yeah, that's about
Yeah.
right.
And oh my God, it was the longest journey ever, wasn't it?
Yeah. Only Hoover no cleaner. I don't do the clean. I don't do my clean at home. Only Hoover the stairs on Christmas Day for Santa to come in
Yeah,
and
to
get
come
up the
down.
stairs. Yeah, that was a
journey from
it
hell,
was
wasn't
journey like no other, wasn't it? And was that the same time as well? I think we got there. We got there and we're unloading stuff. And
No, that was a separate time.
was that a
though.
different one? The neighbours must have thought, crikey, look at
Oh,
this.
look what's
Look at this,
arrived.
because we turned up and the box of beer split open. Some of them had come out, the lid came off.
So we're unloading the car and there's Shane necking bottles of pegs.
I'm not going to waste them. I'm not going to
Like-
waste them.
3-4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, that was a holiday enjoyment off to an early start,
Yeah.
wasn't it? An unintended early start. Yeah, and then there was another one, wasn't there, that we went to where the room absolutely stunk of boff.
Oh, yeah.
And despite complaining, oh yeah, we'll move you, and they never did, and the
Do
moment
you remember when you
passes.
sent me to blag the recovery when the car battery was flat?
Oh yeah,
when
yeah.
we went
that was
back?
at Minehead.
And that we went to the
It was
car.
the coldest pit. It was the coldest.
We'd been there for Christmas.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and we were leaving before New Year. Was it New Year's Eve we were departing, or New Year's Day?
Was that the last time we went?
Yeah, yeah.
And that was a holiday. That was a terrible one. And
And
Jay
we-
ended up cutting his head open.
We was packed into what was we packed
Something.
into? I don't know. I'm getting all excited.
Was it this?
No, it was the time before. It was in the Zafira. We was packed into it, and we went to get into it, and it wouldn't start.
Oh,
the
was it
battery
the
was totally
Fiat?
flat. No, it was a Zafira. Citroen Zara.
Citroen Zara. Yeah, the battery flat.
And then
It's
we
like-
tried to blag an employee to help us push,
Yeah, that one happening.
and they pushed it, and then it didn't start, and that was it.
Oh,
Oh,
they
I'm
were
off.
So Shane's like, oh, loads of people were ringing recovery, weren't they? Because none
Yeah.
of the cars started. Shane's like, hey, go and ask him, Lisa. Go and see if you can give him
The
20.
recovery truck turned up to a car about
Right
5
near us,
parking
yeah.
bays away.
And they couldn't get hold of him, could they? Go on, Lisa. Go and see if you can give him 20 quid, see if he'll jumpstart car. So off I toddles. Excuse me, you won't come and jumpstart a car, would you? If I pay you. And he's like, oh yeah. Well, I don't know where these are, so yeah, I'll come and jumpstart yours. And he comes anyway. Then didn't you give him half a case of Carlin or something?
We had half-
a load of cans of
Half
Carlin.
box, and I said, "Oh, would these be any use to you?" They were straight
Straight
in
in
the
the
recovery.
footwell.
They were straight in that recovery truck, quicker than you could say. In fact, they were in faster than the 20 quid. But what was funny was
We jumped the queue, didn't we?
we jumped the queue, and I said to you, "What's going to happen is somebody's going to be, oh, where have you been? Oh, yeah, it's busy this time of year." Oh right, well, do you what? We'll recover you. They're going to open the door to get in and see half a box of beer in the recovery truck. Oh, somebody's just given them to
Yeah,
me. Yeah, of course they have.
But he did, didn't he? He
Being,
couldn't believe
being on Grandpa's cough medicine.
it. Stationed at Butlins. We
Oh,
did, didn't
dear.
he? Come over, jump started us. It was like 2 minute job, and that's it. We was on our way, weren't we? Car loaded up, kids in,
Yeah.
away we went.
And then it was just a case of making sure under no circumstances
Did it
store that.
stop? Yeah.
We just had to keep it going. I mean, it was fine after that. It was just because of the cold temperature and because it had been stood for a week. Was it 6 days
6
that one?
days,
I think
yeah,
with the way
6
it fell, Christmas and New Year. But you see, I can't believe Bognor Butlins is holding some
Yeah.
of the audience
I
together
know.
and providing employment opportunities and life-changing insights into the future. Yeah, there we go. But no, Bognor Butlins
It's the best, yeah.
is the best, yeah, without
Yeah.
any shadow of a doubt. And to let you into a secret, I used to work at Butlins as well. See if you can guess what I did. Let me know in the comments.
You'll never guess.
Let
No
me-
one will ever guess what you did.
Let me know in the comments. Yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, we've got
10.
10 people in. Yeah, let's see if we get any answers on that one then. While we wait for some answers, what else
Red
shall we?
coat, security.
Saka.
Ooh.
Saka.
I guess you were the CEO.
That's
No,
that-
you were so young, weren't you?
Yeah, don't big me up that much. CEO, crikey. I do know there was one of the
Barman.
bosses, barman. Yeah, could have been
It was
any of
where
those.
we met, wasn't it?
It is where we
it's
met.
where
Yeah,
we met.
Mm.
I was on holiday
at Butlins.
and Shane was working.
So this is the whole future, the whole reason that you're watching this right now. Shane and Lisa
You worked in the gift shop,
boils down to Butlins.
Butlins,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lisa came on holiday to Butlins.
Sweet 16.
She met me, and yeah, that's pretty much been it since, hasn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what have we got?
All
We've got
them years
CEO,
came when was it? 1993?
1993. Yeah.
Head of maintenance.
Maintenance. Hey, I'll budget. You could imagine me in maintenance, couldn't you? Oh, yeah, we'll fix this. Silicon seal. Yeah, we'll silicon
Yeah.
sealant the door shut. Yeah, but it was just that the door handle wasn't working well.
Well.
I fixed it now.
Shut now.
What else did we have? Worked on the rides. My friend worked on the rides. Gift shop, head of maintenance. Yeah, silicon seal, everything. Silicon
You're still
sealant,
miles off, aren't they?
nails, and
Miles
whatever
off.
else. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. Nobody has got even the slightest bit
You'll never
close.
guess. You'll never guess, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's where we met, wasn't it?
yeah. We
Back
met
at
at Butlins.
Cleaner. No, not cleaner.
No. No. Keep guessing. Keep guessing. We've had some good ones, haven't we? But yeah, there's been
It's
some
got a
good
lot of
guesses.
for Butlins, really.
It has, yeah. If it wasn't for Butlins, then Lisa
I
and
would
I
never
would not be
have
here.
No,
And there would be no Shane and Lisa channel either, would there?
no,
There would
not
be
at
no
all.
Shane and Lisa channel. Yeah. But yeah, I enjoy it. Bognor Butlins definitely the best of the lot. Groundsman, yeah.
No, not even close.
Now, actually, I'm offended by you lot already.
Train driver around the camp, liaison for social media, especially.
I am offended because why has nobody suggested lifeguard?
Well, I was just going to say, he wasn't a lifeguard.
Are you trying to say that I haven't got a lifeguard, buddy?
And you could walk around in your shorts all day.
What,
The train is on the seafront.
in slow motion?
Yeah. Could have been David Hasselhoff, couldn't you?
I am offended that nobody has
no one's
suggested
suggested.
lifeguard.
They don't have whales in the pool.
Back then, I was a slim lad back then. It's only now that
I
I've
can't
ended up with
imagine Shane in trunks.
You don't want to if you're imagining me in trunks. Oh dear. No, I was a slim lad back
You're
then.
really slim, aren't
It's only now that I've ended up with the dad bod that shifting a dad bod is real hard work, isn't it? Obviously, it doesn't help with the fish
and
and
you
chip
probably could
reviews.
have been reception.
Reception, that's another one. No,
Not even close. No one will get it. Or a porter.
no,
No.
no, definitely not. I think we'll give you a clue. I think. Yeah.
Did you use
1
any
million
tools?
subscribers.
Did you use any tools? No.
I'm going to give you a clue, and I'm going to say I am very surprised if there is one person that everybody should have come on holiday will have seen.
I saw you.
I would have been that person. I'd be very, very surprised if anybody ever came onto
Was the one of these
Butlins.
that ever, was the one
There
at
should have been one at everyone. Yeah, there should have been one at everyone.
toilet cleaning?
Come on.
Greta?
No. But greeter is fine, but a greeter wouldn't be able to see everybody. I think everybody will have seen
What you did.
what I did, and I'd be very surprised if they didn't.
I
Very,
think
very,
people
very
would be very
surprised.
surprised when they realise what you did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've had some good suggestions.
There has been some fantastic suggestions, yeah,
Hmm.
without any shadow of a doubt. But yeah, I'd be very surprised. I think it's the one role that everybody will
Everyone
have
sees
known.
the reception department.
It's not that. It's not that. And what I'd come back to that and say,
Showman.
no, what I'd come back to that and say is that the reception,
service?
yes, even room service again. How many people did the room service? So therefore,
It might have been.
everybody wouldn't have seen steady on. That was only when we went on holiday and we had to drink the beers that had burst open. When you think about a receptionist, yes, everybody has to go to reception to collect the keys, but there's multiple people working in reception. There's multiple people working in reception, so therefore you're not guaranteed for everybody to see that person
And you were right
in
near
that
the
role.
entrance, weren't you? You was right
Yeah.
near the entrance.
And I would say I would have been the first thing that people would have seen. Yeah. First thing that people would have seen. Yeah.
Data input,
No.
door opener. There's some good ones, isn't
There is some good, yeah. And it's not a bridge either, or what came over you. Two lorries in the bus. No, keep guessing. Keep guessing. We will. Can we give him another clue? I'll be very surprised if none of you can remember the tune.
I don't think anyone will get it.
There's another clue. There's another clue for you. So it's something that is very unique. I'll be very
Jules is puzzled.
surprised.
Butlins had a tune.
No, it's not a Butlins tune. No, it's something that
You worked on.
guests would have seen, and it had a tune.
Entertainer. I'm surprised no one said Skyline Gang.
What, the
You
dog?
could have been Rainbow the dog.
Woof. Entertainment. It probably does fall under the category of entertainment. I would say that's heading in the right direction. Crazy Caveman, entertainer. Yeah, that's crazy. But I'd be very surprised if nobody else has had one. If no
My
one
heart
can get
won't
it.
go on.
Celine Dion.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised. Most
An
people.
announcer.
You could say an announcer, yeah.
Was it on the field?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't on the field. An announcer. I'll give you another clue. I did have a microphone and PA system, and I did
That's
use.
why you talk so much now. Bingo caller.
They asked me to be a bingo caller, and I did it once, and the guests said that they didn't like me being a bingo caller and to not have me back again. So I did do the bingo caller once, and I got asked to not do it again.
You announced the acts.
No announcing acts. I used to announce such as what I'd had for my dinner.
Yeah, but that's
try and
only
get
for the
people.
banter.
There was banter, yeah. It was It was banter, yeah, that's right, yeah. But bingo caller, no, they only asked me once, and then they said, look, don't send him again. But the strange thing was, I only ended up in this job by chance. You were. I did like dinner time there. I did like the staff meals, actually, yeah. That was good. And in fact, actually, that was probably what has helped to fatten me up. Yeah, I ate well. I did out well. In fact, actually, anybody that works there will know the meals were quite good. I will rate the meals. I will rate the meals.
So why do we never do the catering packages when we go? We always do self-catering.
Because I think now the cutbacks. You know, the old times have gone, haven't they? The old times have gone. Now it's dinner time. You separated first. There were some pretty grim chalets. May I add, yeah. Comedian, guest services, no. Comedian, yeah, probably roll that in with entertainment, but specifically a comedian, no. I started in another role, so I'm not going to give you a clue on that one, although it has been mentioned. I started out in another role, and I got asked to go over to this role. Thank you. And I went over to this role, and the person in charge went to the manager and said, I'm keeping him. He isn't coming back. He's staying on this because he's really good and the guests like him. And from that point, it was a turning point. And then very shortly after, he said, hey, she down there, look, she's giving you great big puppy dog eyes. Go over and talk to her. Yes, it does. It does. It does come into it. But not on the one I was on. Yes. That's it.
Yeah.
He's got it. Now, I'm not. They had different flavours of it. So mine was camels. So it was the Arabian Derby. I was the Arabian Derby operator for hours and hours and hours. I know the job. I worked on that. Yeah, there you go. You see. Oh no, but I did used to have to go and clean the dung out of the stalls after hours. No, in this one it was camels, but I do think some of the other ones it was called Kentucky Derby or something like that. It was a very different name, and it had horses and stuff like that. You throw the balls into the holes and make your horse move. Yeah, that's it. That is it exactly. Except on this one it was camels, and there was 18 of these mechanical things lined up, and there was 18 seats sat down. It used to be very, very popular. Butlins definitely got the cash in from that. It was one of the most unique jobs in the fact that they paid you a targeted commission. So you had your wage, and then on top of your wage they paid you a commission based on whether the sales met the target or not. And give me a microphone, and I was well away.
And that's why you talk so much now.
I was well away, yeah. And every week the target was hit, and I always got paid a bonus. Yeah. I think they made loads on them. They made an absolute fortune. And I remember back then you used to see people come on and they'd spend 70 quid in one sitting.
That's crazy.
70 quid without even thinking about it, yeah. And it was 30 pence for one game, 4 goes for 1 quid. Yeah, back then. But yeah, 70 quid, no problem at all. And all they used to get was one of a stuffed toy, basically. They used to win vouchers, and then they collect the vouchers up and then exchange them for these soft toys and whatever. So yeah, that's what I did. I was the mouthpiece. And it was quite good because most people used to come in. So I'd got this microphone, the amplifier turned up to maximum, a set of speakers pointing right out to where everybody was driving in, and the first thing they'd see is me giving it the banter and getting the punters in. But yeah, it was busy.
4 goes for a quiz sounds reasonable. Was that the potential payoff?
Yeah, well, they used to spend a lot more than that because I think, like for the smallest plush teddy was 5 of these win vouchers, but some of them were like 50 vouchers. People used to spend and spend and spend and spend. Yeah, and it was busy from 10 o'clock-ish right through some nights up until coming up to midnight. Yeah, very busy. Anyway, there you go. That's it. So they also know the journey that we've had, which has made this channel. Yeah. Potential payoff. Yeah, that's basically a stuffed toy. A stuffed toy. Yeah, and it wasn't really. Yeah, and then if you didn't have much, you'd get like a water pistol for 1 win. It's what you're gonna do with that.
Squirt someone.
Staff rooms were small and you had to share. Yeah. Well, for that, I didn't really bother with the staff room then, because where that building was that housed it, that had its own self-contained thing, and nobody ever wanted to work for the Arabian Derby, because it's like, oh, what, next minute, oh, do you want to go down the Arabian Derby? Oh, no thanks. And I got asked this one day, we've got something for you today. Oh, right, what's that then? Oh, you're going down the Arabian Derby. Yeah, this'll get him. And I went down, and the manager was there. He's like, oh, right, come on, get this hat on, get this microphone on. Right, off you go. And that was it. But the ultimate aim was to make it sound like a real horse race. So the commentary, it was as if he was in the bucket. What have we got on here? Shane, you have an interesting past. It would be interesting to learn more. Rod Ruth, keep joining on these lives, because a little bit comes out over time. We all know whose room you
Mine.
I did visit Lisa's room. I would never talk in the mic, and I think a lot of people just didn't like it. I got on with it treat. The manager said he's not coming back, he's made for this. And it did work because the sales were up. I got a bonus. And I don't really know of many other people that got the bonuses at that type of job. But a lot of people, when they'd come there, they'd go, oh, I'm not doing that. It worked for me. I got on well. You're either comfortable or you're not. Yeah,
I think it is one of them jobs, isn't it?
I think so. And I did settle into the job really well, and I think the trouble is, by having the banter with the customers, getting them in and packing it out and making the bonus, which was the downfall, that when they asked me to do the bingo to cover, it was just a bit too much for the customers that were in the bingo.
Different age range.
Yes, it was a different age range. Yeah, I preferred the arcades. You comfortable or not? That's where I'd started out on, because back then it was all under. It was owned by Rank back then. Butlins was owned by Rank, and their the arcades was called Rank Amusements, and we used to change the R for a, and that's what we used to call them. Don't type it in the comments, whatever you do. My ex-spouse is also named Lisa. It would be interesting to learn about Lisa's past. Lisa hasn't done the Arabian Derby.
I didn't work at Butlins.
But Lisa has had a busy past, and I'm sure the opportunity will arise on a live coming soon. But I think at 22:09, unfortunately,
Rank managers annoyed me as they promised a supervisor position and gave it to someone else. I think that happens all over. Just the last thing about Butlins, the area manager, believe it or not, I kid you not, was called Lou Lever. You some things you just can't make up. That's just got to be a joke, hasn't it?
Apparently he was a real person, yeah.
Did you ever see him?
I never saw him, no. Obviously, there was lots of down the pan jokes and stuff like that. 22:09, we've got to get the kids ready for school.
Yeah, school.
Thank you so much. This has been another quick live.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Thank you very much.
He spent his time in the toilet.
Yeah, this is it. Shout out to everybody that's
Yeah,
joined
thank
up.
you so
I see
much.
Nicole get well. I
used
see
to
Nicole
work-
get well soon.
Oh, at a zoo for work experience.
Oh, that would have been good.
Ah.
Yeah, that would have been good. Jules, thank you. Bev,
Yeah,
thank
thank
you. Rod Ruth, hope to see you in another one again, and we'll get some more stories coming
We've
out.
got loads of
Who else have we had? Danielle, Mama Doyle,
Crazy Caveman.
Crazy
City
Caveman,
Flyer,
City Flyer, yeah.
Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah.
Mark.
You have all been
Thank
awesome.
you so much.
Without every single one of you, this channel definitely wouldn't be
Population,
what it
so
is.
thank
It
you very
definitely
much.
wouldn't be what it
Hope
is.
you all have a great week too.
Have a great week. Keep smiling, and
See you next week for an update.
see you next week for whatever else has been
Whatever
happening in
crazy
life.
stories we can share.
Thank you very much, everybody. You're all awesome.
Take care.